First things first, man, obviously congratulations on last weekend winning the National Special Teams Player of the Year award. Just your initial thought on receiving that recognition.
It actually didn't hit me until a couple of days later after I received the news. It was actually a blessing to me because after all the adversity I went through coming into 2022, and it was just a real eye-opening and just finally all my hard work paying off at the end of the year, and I'm just very blessed to receive that honorable mention.
Yeah, Coach continues to rave about your work ethic and that you don't take any plays off. You go 110% every chance you get. Where does that drive for you come from?
The drive came from my brothers and my family. My family is very competitive. I never, growing up, once wanted to lose. I always wanted to be first at everything, no matter what it was, whether it was a video game, me racing outside with like kids, or just in general, just having that competitive mindset. So I drove that and kept that with me growing up, and obviously I brought it into college football, which helped me, and it shows out on the field.
All right, well, obviously you made a big name for yourself on special teams this past season. How do you build off of that, knowing that people are now kind of keying in on you when it comes to special teams?
I was in my mindset going into this year. I'm not gonna let this honorable mention get to my head. I'm gonna still do the same thing I've always been doing. Give 100% effort. Not gonna stop what I'm doing. If they're in my way, then so be it. This competition is just another adversity step. Just got to be better than what I did last year and just make a name for myself again.
Yeah, obviously, you're one of the local kids on the team, so a lot of friends and family kind of got to see you last year. What has the sport from them been like, and kind of what their reaction from seeing you play and do well last year?
Being a local kid, being from Toledo, like you just said, it brings hope to my city. It's a lot of diamonds in the city, and I want to be one of those diamonds that can potentially play in the National Football League in the future, whether it's because of my special ability and special teams or showcasing my talents on the offensive side of the ball as a running back. I really want to be a big brother to Toledo, to the youth and all of them, and just set an example that. Cause I was a walk-on, like y'all past recently knew, that you could, if you put your mind to anything, you could do it.
What have you seen from the team, these last handful of weeks in spring practice that, is really maybe different from past years? Is there anything that's really stood out this year so far?
What stood out to me is everybody want to compete and get better. I personally like when I see people that's giving their all, even if they're at their lowest. That's the one thing I look at, and I feed into that energy. I really enjoy seeing that. I haven't seen too many slouches or anything in that realm. And we just getting better every day.
You guys got a big game on the road, a couple big games, and you had some last year as well. Talk about that whole environment heading up to Michigan and what you've done in the past.
Heading into this year, obviously y'all see on our schedule we play Michigan. That's probably an eye-opening game that everybody want to see. We're gonna have to stick with our fundamentals and just stay true to ourselves and just be able to compete and just do everything, all the little things right, so we can be prepared for that big game and those big events and all of those.
Based on your special team success as well, I hope to have a bigger role on the offense you mentioned this year too.
Yes, I will be part of the offense and the run game, whatever they need me to do. I'm just gonna give them my all. So if I get the ball, I'm gonna give my 110% and not gonna let up.
You mentioned, or Coach mentioned, obviously that it's kind of a different format this year with you guys starting so early with spring ball. Just kind of your thoughts on kind of starting early and kind of what that allows this team to do now that you guys are done so quickly.
What I like about how we started spring ball kind of early, we started in December. It gives us time for people or players that are injured or banged up to be able to get healthy in case when we get to the August count, so we're all healthy for the season. He wanted us to really work on technique and technician, so we could be able to call plays and go out there and just work on the little things.
What is a bit of an adjustment for you, kind of starting that quickly after the season?
It was just having 2 to 3 weeks off, and then we're right back into it. I adjusted pretty well. Obviously, we all know football is all year round. Everybody should know that around the world.
Yeah, I imagine you guys are pretty eager to get back on the field given the success you guys had last year, right?
Yeah, yes.